Now I'm hearing reports that the Himalayan EV might be coming out soon. Now I don't know when or what the specs would be, but the concept of a Himalayan EV, it is a bit concerning to me, for two reasons. One is the price that this thing might be coming out at, because the Himalayan is already really expensive with the GST stuff and all that. I think the price is now 4 lakhs on road or 4 lakhs ex showroom. It's either way, that 4 lakhs is a lot of money. That's on road or ex showroom. But yeah, Himalayan EV is a really expensive motorcycle, but it is a great motorcycle. So a lot of people would be willing to bear the price to get that motorcycle. But a Himalayan EV, well, prices, I'm guessing the price is probably going to be even more expensive, considering EVs tend to be more expensive than their ICE counterparts because the cost of the batteries and all that stuff. So, what would the price of this EV be? I mean, would it be 1 lakh more than the Himalayan? I think it would probably be around that, but in that case, a 5 lakh rupee Himalayan EV, yeah, that's a lot of money. So the cost is a big factor. And the second thing is, this is an EV for a bike that people that, well, it's kind of meant to be taken off road and all that, to go to high range places, to go to rough patches. And I'm guessing that the places that where this EV might be taken to, there might not be a lot of charging stations, or the gap between charging stations might be a bit bigger. So that's not really appealing. If you're going on an off-road trail for a lot of kilometers, you have to focus on the range all the time and be worried about it and then come back after a certain point. And so yeah, that's concerning. I'm wondering how many kilometers of range this thing will actually have. I think this thing is gonna need a minimum of at least 200 kilometers of usable range, especially considering this is an off-road type of vehicle that you're gonna be taking long distances that are not in the area where a lot of people are all the time. Yeah, I think that's gonna be needed. And I don't know how this EV is gonna work on these rough roads in terms of range. I don't know how that's gonna affect the range. That would be interesting to see. But yeah, range is a big thing, and the price is also a big thing. I mean, 5 lakhs for an EV, if that is the price, I'm not sure how appealing it would be, even for Royal Enfield lovers and Himalayan lovers. I think a lot of people just prefer to go for the ICE variant. And the ICE variant is a really good bike, so I don't know about that. The second thing is, well, not the second thing. The third thing I was thinking about is, the Himalayan shouldn't have even been the first Royal Enfield EV. Now, I get it, Himalayan's really popular, so bringing out an EV version of that is an interesting idea. And I guess making the classic an EV might not have been a great idea, since the classic is supposed to be an old school type of feeling motorcycle, and turning that into an EV or making out an EV version of that, I don't think people would really like it. Although, considering the classic is cheaper, I think it would be more affordable if that was the EV. So yeah, Royal Enfield's two most popular bikes probably aren't the best choice for the EV. But they are going with the Himalayan, and I think that they probably should have gone with another one of their motorcycles, like the Interceptor or the Scrambler, or I feel like those motorcycles, I think that would have been a better choice for the EV thing. I don't think people would have had that much of a problem with it, but a Royal Enfield EV that's a Himalayan, the combination just doesn't seem to work for me. Now, who knows? Maybe they come out some really awesome tech that makes this EV, gives this EV awesome range or something, or some unique thing that makes people love it in the riding experience. But I'm not all that confident. Plus the fact that since this is an EV with the batteries and all that, it's likely to be more heavier, In which case, that's not really what you want when you're going off-road and you're moving your bike around in all these angles and positions. You don't want that heavy a machine that you have to bear with. That's not ideal. So anyway, look at it, Himalayan EV, it doesn't seem like a good idea, even though it does look like a really modern Royal Enfield. Yeah, it's not gonna work, and I'm curious to see how well it's gonna sell. But here, Royal Enfield has to go electric sooner or later, and I guess they're choosing to start with the Himalayan, which feels like the last vehicle they should have probably done in terms of turning into an EV. But yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see when this bike actually comes out and what the price and the range is. Those are the two big things. Plus the weight. I mean, it's probably gonna be heavy. I don't see any way they can make that bike lighter. It's a big bike already. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens when this bike comes out.